Howdy. How's it going today? Good morning. My name is Shesho Sheshnot Nowehe. I'm the off-grid oracle. I'm out here on the spiritual ranch in Northern California, reaching out to you, the collective, to share the messages or downloads that I receive from Most High, and bring a little bit of an insight and a little vision into what it is that we kind of do out here off grid, for the people who are trying to break free from the matrix. We're trying to help maybe enlighten those, who are trying to enlighten themselves, and so that they know that that if they have visions of freeing themselves from the matrix, and getting off that grid, that dream can manifest for them, that they have that ability to do that, because hey, if I could do it, you could do it too, and that's the truth. That's the truth. That's what God says. So, first sequencing number that I seen this morning, or angel number as people call them, was 611. I did wake up at 433. But when I saw 611, it had more significance in kind of my energies that I'm working with today. 611 is a number that wants us. The angels are asking us to focus on the positive changes and the new beginnings, that we have coming into our life at this time. In order for those to manifest properly, we got to see them in the light that they are. We got to see them as new beginnings, and so in relationships, career, personal growth, we got to see that the things that we have been manifesting into our lives are positive, that they are good, and we got to prepare ourselves for those new beginnings, and we do that by trusting ourselves, by trusting the fact that we intuitively know what we need, and so it's like we're asking in our higher self through the angels for positive change to come into our lives, for new beginnings to come into our lives. And that's going to manifest because they hear us, and especially when we call out to them with positive energies, that's how we bring harmony and balance, into our spiritual and our emotional well-being. But we're able to balance that well with the material also in our life, and so 611 calls us to not just recognize our material health and well-being, but to balance that definitely with the spiritual, because that's how we positively manifest. That's how we maintain a strong connection with our angels and with our ascended masters and with the Most High, who are all trying, with due diligence to really help us. And, so like, if you are currently in a relationship and you have a loved one, 611 might signify that you've been in some rougher waters, but you're finding a path, with a new way of seeing things, and through growth, through spiritual growth, and through balancing out the material and emotional needs, and allowing the angels, your ascended masters, to be at the helm of your ship. You're asking them to guide you to safety and to new beginnings, where you can grow deeper connection and more love with the individual who you're currently experiencing your transit with. If you're not in a soul connection currently, 611 could signify to you that maybe that's right around the corner. That your angels and your guides are still navigating that ship for you. They're still taking you on smooth sailing waters that are going to eventually lead you to your destination, and whomever or whatever it is that you are destined to share that with. It's on its way. You just got to take those positive thoughts and be prepared for those new beginnings when they come in, And so when that ship pulls into that harbor that's yours, you're ready to jump off that thing, tie her up and get in there and do life and be happy, And so when I woke up this morning, at 611, there's a lot of these things in my life that I'm really working on right now as well. I've been going through a lot of changes, a lot of growth, a lot of things that have been healing, and I've been having to let go a lot of stuff, but in the process of doing so, there's a lot of good stuff that's coming in. It's that balance, it's like I'm striking that balance, of seeing the aspects of my life that I've contributed to that have caused me discomfort or whatnot, but then to also see the powerful aspects of me that have brought comfort into my life, and then realizing that what to bring forward with me, what do I put on that ship with me, what six swords am I going to carry forward to the next harbor, through safe water. And so 611 as a number that asks us to express our love, and our feelings for the loved ones that we have, and for the things that we have in our life, for the abundance that our angels have provided for us. 611 is the angels. 611 is the angels saying, "Hey, man, look at what you got." Like show it love, keep it safe. Show it that you love it so much that it's always a new beginning for you. That every day is a new day, and every day is filled with joy and love and expression of that. And so it's like when we express our love to the things that we have in our life, and we give that expression, that's us taking helm of a ship that is navigating that relationship, that love through calm waters, out of rough waters and into calm waters where everybody is safe, everybody feels safe. It's like when we tell somebody we love them, that should make them feel safe. That's what we're trying to do, and that's what that's about. That's how we protect the new beginnings and the beautiful things that we have coming into our life, is by loving on it before we even have it, loving on it if we don't have it, and then when we do, that's how we get it. That's how we manifest it. That's how it becomes tangible in our hands, because we love it, and so it's attracted to us. That is the power of attraction, and that is the way it works, And so, like, when we have the things that we love, when we have like a beautiful home or a beautiful space that the angels have blessed us to be in, 611 also calls us to show that space love, to make that space a more beautiful and a more pleasurable space for us to be in, And so the Chinese use feng shui practices, and like you could hang art, you could repaint, you could do all kinds of things, plant gardens, redo your floors, or even just, do dishes. Simple, sweep the fucking floor. I don't know, tidy up the corner of the garage that's been kind of stressing you out every time that you walk by it, So 611 is saying to kind of do that, like make your space attractive so that new things want to be there, even if that's your own space. That you have to get a new haircut, or you got to try a different color of lipstick, or a different dress, or a different pair of pants or something, like if you could switch it up, or just make your own space, even emotionally and spiritually, try something different, or clean up an area that needs to be cleaned or fixed, or just a little feng shui, whatever it may be, move your bed. But 611 is calling you just to recognize the space that you occupy, and to use your power, to manifest your power to manage your environment, to be at the helm of your own ship, in order to make it more inviting, to make it a space that new beginnings want to be in, a space where you can create new beginnings because it's new, it feels good, it feels inviting, it feels new to you, and so that keeps life fresh and alive, and helps us show more appreciation and gratitude to our angels, because when we live truthfully and we see the things in our life that we need to improve upon, or the things in our life that we need to tidy up, or to straighten up a little bit because it's stagnant, or it's causing our abundance not to feel new to us, or it's causing our abundance not to feel like it could present itself in a new way in our environment, 611 calls us to address that, even if that is like requiring you to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to try a new thing in your house. Like you never know. It's like, well, I don't know. The yellow wall works for me right now, and I think blue would be cool, but I don't know, man. Would it be? Well, 611 says, yeah, go down and get yourself a can of blue paint, paint that fucking wall and see how it looks, you know? And like, if you don't like it, well, maybe you'll see 611 the next day, man. But regardless of what it is, your angels got you. And they're helping you to manifest. They're helping you to go into, to step into safely the new beginnings that you have in your life, you know? And not look back, you know? Don't sail back into rough water because your angels got you. You got to trust them. So that was the number. That was the angel number I reflected on this morning. You know, I like the angel numbers. You know, I use the resources on Google, of course, to get the downloads on what the numbers mean, you know. And they fluctuate. They focus a lot on positivity and the ability to manifest our thoughts into action, you know. And the angels are truly supporting us in this because that is freedom. You know, that's free mobility. Like when we can manifest our thoughts into reality, then we're creators, you know. We're working in the light of God. That makes us a light worker, you know. That's why manifestation is so important, you know. And so if the numbers seem redundant to you, well, yeah, they're redundantly telling you to focus on your ability to be a creator, you know. 611 says to nurture your environment so that you could create well in it, nurture your relationship so that you could create well in it, you know. You are at the helm of that ship. You are the one who's navigating you through safe waters, you know. And the angels and the Most High and the ascended masters, they're there to catch your ass, you know. They're there always. They're your life suit, you know. They're your life ring, you know. They're your life raft. They're your EPIRB, you know. They're your shore to land or your shore to sea radio, you know. You know, they're the coasties. They're the Coast Guard. They come out there and they'll save you. And you got to always remember that, you know. Like, without them, we cannot manifest. You know? But they need us to exist too, you know? It's a divine union. And we all have that blessed divine union with our angels and with Most High. Then some of us, a few of us out here who really understand to know what that is and have a relationship like that with the divine, well, maybe we'll get an opportunity to have a relationship like that as a new beginning and with the human being here on this planet, and we could unite our spirits, you know, and form a union that is divine like that sets an example to others who maybe lost contact with their angels, you know, and their spirits, because they can see that love is true through those two individuals. If they see a union that is divine, then that reminds them of what their union is with the divine. And that's a powerful job. That's a powerful thing. You know, that's a powerful tool to have. And it's a good thing to aspire for. But don't let that get in the way of you seeing what's most important. And that is your relationship with the divine in your own heart. You know, the place that requires the most remodels and the most feng shui and the most all that shit is where you reside within. Because ultimately, that house, you know, your spouse, your mate, your soulmate in that house will always be God Most High, the divine, you know. You know, always. It's a three-way relationship. It's the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, you know. It's husband and wife and God, you know. And that's the way it is. And we live in a world that's really got that shit confused, you know. And they're teaching us a lot of weird shit nowadays that have been for a long time, you know? And that's the truth. On the break, y'all seen that shit. I didn't set it up, you know? They don't want us to see the truth about our magician inside, you know? That's why they got a lot of these false magicians out here nowadays. And they're using that 611, you know, the 611 for them to manifest positive new beginnings and change into their life. But they're not coming at it, you know, unfortunately, from a way that doesn't tax you. You seen that 6 of Cups in there, you know? 6 seems to be a number today. Yep, see, they use 611 to manifest magic. But unfortunately, it's not that there's anything wrong with magic. It's just that these motherfuckers, when they do their magic, it taxes you. They're trying to take away from your divine union. Water. King Cups. So that's God Most High. That's my angels, my ascended masters, my guides. I ask y'all to protect us through this read, to give us higher knowledge, a higher understanding, to give us something that does apply to whomever it may apply to, and whenever it may apply. I speak in the me, you, them, they, us, we. And so you place yourself where you belong in that. There's he's, there's she's, there's thems, there's theys, There's kings, there's queens. And we're all a rock star. So, water. 611's been asking me to, show reverence to the new beginnings that I'm not seeing, and to not focus too much, on these things that I was not able to manifest, Like I got the cup, but the cup's still empty or whatever, And so it's easy to get stuck in that spot where you're like sitting underneath your own tree and you just don't, you're having a hard time seeing it, It's like God keeps nudging me like that, It's like I've been in this position where, like a lot of my cups they just never filled up, Like it's not that they didn't fill up. It's just that like I still didn't even see them. I was in the same position. Like when I was focusing on this cup not being full, they were trying to hand me this cup. And so, but I spent so much time focusing on this cup not being full that by the time I got this cup, it wasn't getting full either. It was only half full. It wasn't what they were trying to offer me because they tried to offer it to me so long that they just set it down and poof, the cloud was gone. It's like the vision wasn't there because I was too busy being hung up on why I couldn't fill this cup right here, And same thing happened. It's like, well, so as soon as I seen this cup sitting there, and I was like, well, fucking shit, I set it over here right next to this cup. Now I'm starting to compare these two cups. Arms crossed, same vibe, same mode, being stupid, right? And so they're over here. They got this cup out here, same way, same thing, man. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, got my arms crossed, and I'm like, fucking shit, man. Why can't these two cups give me what I want, man? And most times, like, well, because you didn't want those cups. I tried to give you them. You didn't want them, but that's okay, man. That's okay if you don't want those two cups. Because most times I have more cups. I have every cup, Most times, like, fuck, man, I don't know. I think you want those 2 empty cups. They set that cup down, and eventually I look over. Well, there was a cup sitting over there, I set it right next to these 2 cups, and I started to compare all 3 of these cups, right? And I'm like, man, my cups ain't getting filled up, Like, what the hell is this problem? I got this grouchy look on my face, and my arms are crossed, Most High is going, hey, shesh, no way. Those cups didn't work out for you. Those cups, man, we tried those cups. They said, I thought that was going to work for you, but you didn't want them. And so I set it down, man, and you picked it up, and you didn't want it. It's not working for you, But look, I have another cup. I'm Most High. I'm Most High, It's like I got all the cups. 611 asks me to wake up this morning and not worry about the emotional baggage and not worry about the failed relationships that I've had, not worry about the love that I didn't get or the love that I didn't receive, and worry about the love that Most High has given to me and allow them to allow me to manifest what I'm looking for into my life, That partnership, it's like, yeah, sure, I might walk into that with just 1 cup, But Most High has all the cups, and so they ain't worried about these 3 cups that didn't work. They said, man, just take this cup and walk away from what's holding you back here, feeling confused and unsatisfied. Let those emotions, let those things, let those cups go. There's more cups, bro. Like, it's not just there's like 10 cups and that's it. That's not what God Most High is like, nah, man, motherfucker. Like, you could have 10 cups sitting out here and I'm still going to fucking have an 11th cup that I'm trying to hand you, man. And I'm going to tell you, if you take that 1 fucking cup, if you can walk away from them 10 motherfucking cups that are not filling themselves up, that you can't fill up, that you don't need. You told me, you said, man, I don't want that cup, God. I love you, but I don't want that cup. They said, fine, motherfucker. How many times we got to do this song and dance? Because how many fucking times you guys see this dog and pony show? Just take this cup and you're going to realize, motherfucker, that you're going to find that what you're looking for, I'm going to put exactly what you're looking for. And that individual, even when they're sitting in front of the 10 cups they don't want, I'll still got another cup for that bitch. And that makes you and whoever this spirit or this entity or this divine calling, this whatever the fuck it is that you're seeking, your dog, whatever it is that brings you that divine union on earth, God has for you. Abundantly, no matter how many times you've got to try, you ain't stuck here, man. You ain't, You ain't. You're 611. You know how to not only cut that tree down, but the other ones that surround you and build a ship. And you can go out here, because what you don't see beyond these sand dunes, this grassy dunes right here, is the ocean that is of water back there that God fills your cups with. And it's always calm water. You just got to co-navigate that shit. That's all they're asking of you, man. Stop sleeping on it, It's not just an idea. Wake up. See it for what it is, Stop sleeping on it, Stop fucking just sitting there and not seeing it for what it is, Realize that like every time God tries to offer you something, it's exactly what you need. But if you sleep on that shit, then you're going to miss it, and then you can't make it be what you want it to be because you slept on it, man. You had a different idea. You were not paying attention. You were daydreaming or sleeping or bitching or whining or crying or moaning or being dissatisfied, whatever the fuck this person's doing about this past shit. You want to sleep on God's offer, man. Don't sleep on God's offer. God's going to keep offering it to you, know that, but that's childish to let God offer you 35 fucking cups and be like, I don't know, man, I still don't see what it is that I fucking want. I don't know, man. No, fuck that shit. Don't waste God's time. God's very patient, you know. God ain't trying to just throw down their fucking gauntlet on everybody, just break you the fuck off. They want to love you. You know, God has an ocean of fucking love for everybody, you know, and that shit floweth over, you know. So God's like, fuck, I don't know, man, I'm trying to put it somewhere, you know. Does anybody want it? How many motherfuckers do we know that are stuck in the 4 cups, man? Honestly. That's what makes the bigs bigger. That's how the world gets rich. They encourage that shit, you know? And so are we going to victimize ourselves while we take advantage of God's abundance, or just downplay God's abundance like it don't fucking exist? Man, fuck that shit. Quit sleeping on it. Be the master of your own element. That God, you're accepting that cup from heaven is you're gaining mastery with passion over your environment. That's when you realize that the world is your oyster, man. And you're going to need a whole legion, a whole fucking freight of tractor trailers to haul your cups that God's going to fill up for you, man. You're going to be leaving cups alongside the road so people can put that shit in their radiators when they're overheating going over the mountain. Because you're going to have that much fucking abundance and love. You're going to be the fucking star. Your love is going to flow freely. You're going to draw from this ocean right here of God's love, and you're going to water the earth, you know. I guess you're supposed to cover this up, right? That's ridiculous. This is you right here, you know. This is you. No matter what, you got hanging between your legs. You're a star, you know. You're God's earth angel. And you're up here, you shine really, really, really fucking bright, man. But that's because you're in your universe right here, you know. And these stars that surround you, that's all of God's other angels. That's all of God's other guardians. That's all of God's other spirits that are divine like them too, just like you know. They draw from this same ocean, this same sea, this same water right here, you know. It's the land that separates the water. And you're the one that it flows through. You're the one it flows through. You made judgment. See? You stop sitting there and fucking around. And you made judgment, you know? You called judgment on you. And you said, fuck this shit. I call judgment. That's what you say. And when you did, that's when you took that cup and never looked back, you know? That's when Gabriel blew that trumpet. You know? That's when you realized that tree that you were sitting under, there, it wasn't a casket. It was what you needed to build yourself a ship that set sail, you know, into the abundance of emotional love, material abundance, divine union, because you realized that you deserve better than what you knew you didn't need in the past, you know? God respects you for that. God doesn't judge you because God tries to give you lots of things, you know? God tries to give you whatever you think about is what God tries to give you, you know? Because God has abundance of all things. God created all things, light and dark, all things in the physical that is manifested and in the spirit is manifested through God, by God, you know. And so anytime you think about something that you think you might want, even if it's like drugs and hookers, in go to jail, or like wrecking your car, or like being on probation, if you take them things, even if you take them things from a fearful place, God's like, well, I guess that's what that motherfucker wants. And so a lot of these cups that are over here, that's that shit you set down that God says, God set it down. God didn't want to give it to you, really, but God's like, damn, this motherfucker seems to want this shit. This motherfucker seems to want to be fucking hungover. This motherfucker, I don't know, that's what they want. That's what they're thinking about sitting underneath this fucking tree, They think they want to be broke. They think they want to be kicked out of their house. They think, oh, this, they think, okay, fine, well, there you go, man. And you pick that cup up, and then you try to take a drink out of that, and you're like, that doesn't taste good. But God loves you because you didn't say, fuck you, God. You didn't say, God, you fuck, motherfucker, you try to trick me. No, fuck no. You said, damn, that cup right there ain't mine. I can't. What the hell's wrong with me asking for that shit in my life? What the hell's wrong with me thinking that shit was gonna taste good, man? What the fuck, You don't blame the bartender for fucking having a bad drink, mixing you a bad drink. You blame yourself for not knowing how to order, And God respects that, but God's also respecting that in a way that they're asking you to stop treating yourself that way, And that's what's in this cup right here. Because you call judgment on yourself. And since you call judgment on yourself, now you got a passionate new beginning, And a divine union. And that's just going to wake your ass up. See? See how it's going to wake you up? You're going to wake up, man. And you're going to be this guy. Right there, You'll make plans. Right? You'll make plans. No more sleeping on this shit, man. Stop thinking about it, Stop thinking about it, whatever the fuck it is. Whatever it is you're thinking about that you can't get out of your head about. If it's your family that you're missing because they're gone. Or if you need to go join the church or something because you gone. If you are not feeling well and you just need to take some time off or whatever, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you need to rest a little bit. Who knows, But just stop thinking about it. That's the cup that God's offering you, whatever it may be. That's the passionate new beginning for you, I don't expect this shit to make a whole lot of sense. Not to everybody. Honestly, not to anybody, As long as it makes sense to me. Ultimately, it makes sense to everybody, because I create this illusion that I live in. I make the reality that surrounds me. The 611 is me having mastery of my own destiny. It's me saying that when I sit down here on YouTube or whatever, yeah, who gives a fuck if people think I'm stupid or if they think I don't make sense or whatever the hell they think, It don't matter because I know what I think. It can't break my heart, Like, I don't manifest broken heart, This person over here is spending too much time in this energy, They need to reverse that shit. Yeah, see? Too much time. Yeah, see? Right there. And then, of course, we all know who she is. But, like, look. Stop that thinking, God's offering you truth and clarity in this cup right here. You are the truth and clarity. God sees that because they know that you call judgment. You call judgment. You realize that the choices that you were making over here, that the things that you were requesting from God, that broke your heart, you know? These 3 cups are these 3 swords, you know? But them 3 swords, they're not stuck in your heart, you know? They're not. You got God in your heart. It's protected. Them 3 swords, they're stuck in your mind, you know? They're stuck in your intellectual space. Swords represent our intellectual space, you know? It's not emotional. You know, this is the things that you think about, that you don't want to have to really accept, that you got to let go, you know? It's them thoughts that are jabbing into your heart, you know? And them swords, they could be the ideas of others. They could be what other people have been telling you about yourself, and that could be damn good and well why you try to taste those cups, you know? That's possible. You know? Other people could have told you, hey, look, I like what's in that cup. And so you're like, ooh, man, maybe I want that, God. And God says, okay, here, you know? But then you tried it and you're like, oh shit, I don't like that, man. But you didn't say, oh, I don't like that person who told me that cup tastes good. You said, I don't like that. And I don't like that I asked for God to serve that to me. But you didn't blame God either. God loves you for that. God really loves you for that. Like really, 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 really loves you for that. Always keep doing that, you know? That was this first cup that God set down for you. God loves you for that. And you're going to notice here that there's only 3 swords in that heart. Only 3. And there's only 3 cups right here in front of this individual. Only 3. That 4th cup ain't going in your heart. It ain't going to be a sword. It's not a bad idea. That cup right there is not a bad idea. That's your new beginning. That's your 611. That's Most High giving you a brand new idea, you know? A brand new beginning. A brand new way to see. A brand new cup to taste, you know? And you're going to like how that cup tastes. You're gonna. Because there ain't 4 swords in that heart, you know? There ain't. You got to listen to yourself, you know? You gotta know in your heart, in your intuition, you know, no matter whether you're got swanging dick or you got something else between your legs, you know? It don't matter. It's this person, this individual resides within themselves, you know? In that space, that divine space and that divine union with Most High. They're in love with themselves because what they have within is a reflection of Most High, you know? And they want to operate in that light. They accepted that cup, you know? And when we accept that cup, that gives us strength. And our intuition's strong, you know, and our manifestations come through. And we listen to our inner wisdom that is God. And then we become that hand in the clouds, you know. We become an individual who can extend a cup that also is filled with oceans of love, with oceans of abundance, with oceans of bounty and oceans of beauty, you know. With reverence to Most High. With reverence to earth beneath our feet, you know. The water that flows like blood through our hearts, you know. The thoughts that blow through like storms through our heads, you know. and the fire that burns in our soul. We become a powerhouse of those elements. And we speak clearly for the divine, you know? We're no longer sitting beneath that tree, thinking about the shit from the past, like we never could fill those cups. All of a sudden, those cups become full because we see that even the things that taste bad in our mouths, God still leaves by us so that we get a taste of it, so that we then know, we learn, we become the high priestess. Because this bitch knows everything. She ain't got no secrets. And she'll tell you everything. Whether you want to hear it or not. You know, she's learned how to be that hand for God Most High. You know, she goes, you know, God Most High gets called off. Sometimes he's busy. There's a lot of individuals out here who want to take them cups, you know. Some of us are so damn stubborn. God Most High, it's like, I've left 25 cups by them, and them motherfuckers won't pick them up, you know. The high priestess, she says, well, I'll keep trying. She says, you go do what you gotta do. I'll keep trying. She loves you. God loves you, you know. They keep trying. Yeah, they do, man. 611, you know, 611. That fool, they know 611. Yeah, you know, 611 is like, you know, it's knowing that you got that power to manifest. It's knowing that you're the captain of your ship, you know, that no matter what happened, you know, when you see that everything in your life has been a blessing, that, you know, be passionate. Don't sit here with lacking passion. Don't sit here in your 4 coins, you know. Don't sit here and regret and any of that shit, you know. Pick that shit up and be passionate about it. Be like, yeah, man, be passionate about the fact that you were a loser at one point in your life. That you couldn't listen to fucking God, that you're asking God to give you shit that you don't want. Be passionate about it. Say, I got fucking scars on my arm because I fucking stuck a needle in that motherfucker. My veins collapsed, you know. I got stabbed. My shit fucking rotted off, you know. I had to go to jail. I had diabetes because I did fucking crank my whole life. And I only drank soda pop. My teeth rotted the fuck out. And I got stabbed and fucking, they had to cut my fucking arm off, you know. You know, I was tweaking hard and fucking drinking and fucking, you know, playing with shit I shouldn't have played with. I blew my fucking hand off, blew my foot off, you know. Out there with hookers fucking around on Backpage doing stupid shit and fucking lost my family, lost my kid, lost my business, lost my, you know, got my shit broken into, got shot. Who the fuck knows? You know, but we all ask that shit for fucking God, you know? And that's all shit that yeah, we gotta carry that. You fucking ain't right. We can't sit and just be like, fuck, you know? I just got this and that's what I'm clinging on to and all these cups didn't make me fucking happy. No, we gotta look over here and say, fuck that shit. I'm gonna drink deeply from the cup that God gives me now because I fucking know it tastes good, because this shit don't. But that don't mean I need to fucking feel defeated or fucking like clinging to fucking something from the past. I gotta fucking pick that shit up, carry my burden, be what I am, man. Know that, man, even though it was something that did taste good, God heard me say I needed to taste it, and God let me taste that shit. Even though they knew it wasn't what I wanted. God don't want to give me a cup full of shit. I asked for it, and now I'm fucking better for it. I'm strong. I can carry the whole fucking bundle, man. Those 9 stabs, they're whooped. I got all 10. They can come to me and make me feel I fucking, yeah. But when I was standing there in that 9 of stabs, I was this motherfucker crying about these cups, but I wasn't crying. I was ready to go, man. I was ready to take that fucking cup, and I took that fucking cup, and then I won. Who's going back to town? Who's got all the wands now, man? That's what happens. It just takes one blessing from God. One blessing. It takes us to see one blessing that God's trying to give us. And bam, motherfucker, you win. You win. That's the way it goes. That is just the way it goes, you know? That's 611. That's 611. You gotta think positive. You can't think stingy. You can't think dissatisfied. You know? You can't think brokenhearted. You gotta think out of that shit. You are the Hierophant. See? God made you in their image. That's why you're an earth angel, you know? That's why people want to listen to you, you know? That's why people want to see you succeed. Because you became a Hierophant when you finally took that cup that God was offering you, you know? When you finally were like, well, fucking shit, I ain't got no emotions about shit. I don't love fucking nothing. Nothing loves me back. I don't love nothing. God says, I love you. I love you. They keep leaving that cup saying, I love you. Even if it's tough love in that cup, they're like, I love you. I love you. I love you. You said, fuck damn, man, you do. He said, fuck damn, man, you do. You love me just like you love yourself, God. Yeah, fucking damn, man. What the fuck am I doing, you know? Yeah, man. You seen that cup was a cup of love, you know? That God was trying to give you. It was a cup of truth and celebration. Look at that shit. The only cup out here, the only queen out here in there is the Queen of Pentacles. You already have her, you know? She's just chilling out, kind of in her head a little bit. When she comes out, it's time to celebrate. Because that's all 4 queens. And this high priestess, that's when she becomes the empress, you know? And that's what God has for you in that cup. That's what God's saying to you, you know? You see, there's 8 swords right here. And there's 3 swords right here. All them swords, them's are ideas. Those are ideas. Those are how we think. Intellectual property. See this individual right here? You know? They got 8 swords here behind them. And so they got 8 ways of thinking that God has shown them. These are angels. These swords right here, them swords are not threatening. Them swords are the power and strength that lie within this individual that they don't even know about. And when those swords come out in battle, you know, it's like this individual right here has 8 more hands that they never even knew about. It's like this individual over here realizes that these cubs keep going this way. And there's 5 more of them motherfuckers, you know, and every single one of them actually makes him a bad motherfucker, you know. You see, and see, these two swords, whoever put these binds on here, you know, they're trying to use these 8 swords back here against this individual. They're trying to say that these cups that this individual asked God to give them, you know, so that they could learn what makes them feel this way. They're saying that those are things that the people this individual loves needs to defend themselves from, you know. Is what them say. That's what they say, you know. And they say, well, they think it only is going to take these 2 swords that this individual is thinking, because this individual has three thoughts that are causing them grief in their heart, you know, that are painful in their heart, the way they think about that shit. But these swords here, they've already taken them swords out of their heart, you know. And so now them swords, they're actually their swords. They just got them stuck in the dirt right here, and they just got them out there so everybody knows, hey, I got 8 swords, man. You know? But these people want to say, yeah, fuck you and your swords. You're going to use those 8 swords against us because you got these 3 in your heart. But these 3 swords that are in your heart, you put them swords in your heart. You're not putting them swords in nobody else's heart. Maybe somebody else helped you put that sword there, but you still ask God to fill that cup for you. You know? No matter what, we choose our own destiny. So these individuals, they don't do good math because they don't know you good enough, you know? And so they think, well, yeah, they got these swords over here, but they say, well, this motherfucker, he's crazy because you could only have 10 swords. That's what they think, you know? That's what they think. But this sword right here, that's what this cup is right here, that God's offering up to you, you know? And they want to say that you can't have that sword. And you're believing them, you know? And so that's why that sword's stuck in your heart right there, you know? But they're too blind to see that. And so what's really happening is that they don't believe God has an 11th sword for you. They believe you're this guy already. You just don't know it yet. That's what they think, you know? Because they think you're going to take these 2 swords out of your heart, you're going to stick them in the sand, and then you're going to fall down and die. Because you're going to bleed out. And that ain't the truth, you know? That's not the truth. You're going to take these swords out of your heart, and you're going to heal from that shit, and that's going to help you realize that, no, man, they're wrong. And you're going to pull that sword out right there, and that's going to be the motherfucker you got in your hand right here that they don't see because they're too ignorant to see that. And when you cut these binds off you with that sword, there's going to be hell to pay, man. It's time to make a choice and pull them 2 swords out of your damn hands, man. Remove that blind and heal your heart. Let God give this to you. Let God give this to you. Let God give this to you. You know, this one might look young and everything. Sprite, ready to go for battle. And this one might look defeated. But you got to count the swords, you know. God loves you. You're the world to God, you know. Go within. I am. Mystic Tori says, go within or go without, you know. And I love that beautiful soul. She's a light worker and a person of God, you know. And she inspires me to get my message out here as well. And so we appreciate her. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to leave it there, man. I appreciate this journey with you all. You know, it's an emotional thing for me. I don't give a fuck if there's nobody watching it, really. You know, it's out there. It's energetically, it's in the collective. You know, and like God gives me a lot of power, a lot of spirit. You know, a divine connection, strong divine connection, a union with them. You know, and they bless me. Even a lot of times, I mean, I've often been that person in the sitting next to that palm tree. You know, and like those cups, they tasted like shit, you know. But I love God for letting me taste them cups, you know. Because now, yeah, man, I got arsenal, you know. I'm a spiritual atomic bomb. And they best not fuck with me or the people or the spirit and God that I love, you know. And so that's just the way it is now, you know. Things are changing. That's 611. And so I pray to God, Most High, creator of everything, you know, the ever-expanding space that you hold within, your spirit. I love you. And I'm so grateful that we all have the experiences that we have. We have cups, you know, that God has endless cups for every single one of us. And I want to see your cup overflow, same as I want to see mine overflow. And I thank God for giving us those blessings, you know. And I pray to God that Most High, that they keep you safe and that they armor your angels so that they can protect the fire that's in your soul, you know, that's in mine. And they can protect you and your divine unions and your divine blessings and in your divine path towards the light, because you are chosen. And I thank God for choosing you, you know. You know, I thank God for everything. And I pray to God and I ask God that they please keep the good people safe in these regions of earth, you know, where people are not being kind to each other. And I ask God to teach the people who don't have kindness in their heart, man, I ask them that they fill that cup with kindness. And even if they don't take that cup, you know, God, I ask that you keep giving them people cups, man. Even if you got to pull off a little bit, don't have to give me cups for a minute. Give them mean people cups and put love in that cup so that they know how to love each other, God. Now, I really ask this from the bottom of my heart, God, and from my deepest soul and my deepest connection with you, you know. And it breaks my heart to see these people suffer with hatred in their heart, you know. And then the things they do to the good people who love is atrocious. But I love you. I love your righteous creation. I love each and every soul and individual around me, even the ones that make me feel hatred in my heart. I love them for giving me an opportunity to know what it is to hate, God, because that brings me closer to you. And I ask that you heal inside of me the aspects that has to hate, as you heal inside them the aspects that are hated. You're the Holy One, the Most High. You're my source and my divine union and my true love. Thank you all for bearing witness to my life. Peace and blessings, and we'll talk to you later.